Here we are in Tokyo, Japan. To celebrate together, I thought I'd talk about the idea of what is instructor level game. Because you want it. Of course you do. If I ask you want instructor level game, you're like, of course, yeah, give it to me. That's like asking you if you want a 12-inch cock. Do you want a 12-inch cock? Yeah, I want a 12-inch cock. I don't know where I'm going to get it from, but I want one. It sounds great. How are you going to do it? Well, I think instructor level game is a funny topic because it's different to everybody. It means something different to every single person. You know, to one person it might mean having a great social life. To another person it might mean being able to go to a private party and pull the hottest girls. To somebody else it might mean cold approach in the street in the middle of the night or day game. But to me, instructor level games was something very particular that I always wanted. That was the ability, if I went out any night in the club, to find the hottest girl that was in that club and either get a really, really solid phone number so I can meet up with her for a second date or leave with her at the club. Now, I didn't even care about sex that night. That wasn't in my mind, but just being able to date the hottest women possible, the most unique, ambitious, mature, sensual, elegant women possible again and again and again, consistently. That's what I wanted. I didn't want to be Mr. 11. That's like, you know, you take 2 1s equal an 11. Doesn't work for me. I didn't want to be scoring threesomes with 4s, okay? I wanted consecutively always the best quality woman day in and day out. And that was an instructor level game for me. So I wanted the journey to find that for myself and create that, and I put that into the program boss. Now people say, what's more important, Madison, outer game or inner game? Once you first start out learning this stuff, you say that outer game is the most important because outer game allows you to just get a little bit of results. If you stutter a lot, now you can finally speak freely. If you're not funny and you're just bland and blasé, now you can have a few jokes and get people excited, learn how to entertain a room, right? Deal with social pressure as I'm standing right here, people looking at me on the camera. That's all outer game. But it only gets you so far because ultimately the girl's not looking at your outer game, she's looking at the reason why you do everything that you do and where it's coming from. She's looking at who is the guy that's saying this. Now, it's funny because if you look at me and you watch my videos, a lot of my game is exactly what you say. A lot of the things that I do are exactly the things that you do. So you can say, hey, don't me and Madison be pimping alike? Nah, not in your life. Not even the same. We're not even close because the girl's looking at why I do these things and why I say these things. What she's looking at is not the outer game technique, she's looking at the inner game. She's saying, okay, is this dude as legit as he says he is? And is this dude showing himself to be who he really is? And she's judging you based on that, your development, who you are as a dude deep down throughout. And that's who she's choosing to go home with.
Saying hello. Yeah, I'm not like, get the fuck out of my corner. Leave.
What's up?
So, you thought I was security.
I thought I was just in your way.
Because I'm big, you were in my way. Just kidding. Big and black, like he's definitely security. I saw you guys dancing, I wanted to join the black crew. I'm like, girls in black, I'm in black.
Join in.
Huh?
Join in.
Thank you.
You have a competitive advantage?
Guy
I am
literally
black.
just asked me to hook up. He's like, well, can I kiss you?
That guy has been trying to bang me all night.
Oh my god. The worst.
Seriously, I mean, like, I just want to have a girls' night out. What the fuck?
Bro.
Sometimes when I go out, I wear a fake wedding ring, just so the guys don't hit on me. Same. Oh my gosh.
Struggle is so real.
Which finger is that?
My ring finger.
Oh, the wedding finger. It looks very perverted when you do that. Please don't do that here. I like you guys.
We like you too. You're fun.
Thank you.
I want to take you on a trip down memory lane and talk about some of the challenges I saw in game and self-development success with women when I was starting out. You know, I would get a few results here and there every once in a while, but nothing was consistent. Some nights I'd go out and I'd be the champ and I had no idea why it worked. And then I'd go and do the exact same thing the next night and I'd be a chump. And I wasn't really sure what was happening. And when I did get a girl that was attractive or just amazing quality, very, very often, if not 99% of the time, I would get her for like a night or two and then totally lose her and she wouldn't call me back the next day. Or I go on her Instagram or her Facebook like a week later and she's dating some other dude. She's all proud about him, but she barely remembers me. Or she's like, oh, I just went home with you because I was drunk. And I'm like, I felt horrible. Man, I can go on and on about the challenges I've had. And it was just frustrating. You know, as a guy who was a minority, I grew up in a part of Canada where I didn't speak the language. It was my native language there. And I just felt really out of place in all ways. And I said, man, how can I make this work for me? Because it seems like everything I'm doing, I'm just butting my head against the wall and I'm not getting any progress. So I went on this journey to learn to become better. This journey to find men that were older and more mature. I surrounded myself with fraternities and guys that were just, you know, had lived life, done it all, seen it all, millionaires. I walked hand in hand with a pimp for many years while I was learning this. He taught me everything he knew about the game. And I took all of this and I absorbed this along with the 500 books, seminars, and courses in the area of self-development, and I used it to change myself in ways that I didn't think was even possible. I wanted to have a type of game that allowed me to be consistent every single night. I wanted to have a type of game that allowed me to resonate only with the highest tier and quality of women. I wanted to have a type of game that allowed me to meet men that were amazing and be able to invite them into my life as friends and mentors. I wanted to have a type of game that allowed me to be a cool dude, a normal guy, and not have to manipulate women to get them to like me. And that sounded like it was impossible, but I achieved all that and I put it into my program called Boss. And that's what I'm offering to you guys. And honestly, I say this as, you know, it's my heart and my soul, my pride and my joy, my baby even, because what I went through to get it is incredible. And I've been teaching it all around the world to guys for years now. I started my journey actually 11 years ago now, which seems like just yesterday when I think about it, but that's more than a decade, okay? And let's do a little bit of the numbers here to kind of get an idea of it. If I went out maybe say every night, talk to 20 girls, maybe 3 to 4 or 5 times a week, even doing day game, getting phone numbers, that's over like 1,000 numbers a year, maybe, right? And then going on dates, that's like 300 dates per year, if that much, if I was lucky. You know, my first years it was a lot less, afterwards it got to be more. Now multiply that times 11 years. Multiply that times going to the 4 corners of the globe and teaching in every single continent with RSD. Multiply that times working with students from every single background, every single racial minority, every single culture, every single language, and seeing how the women interact with them and hearing all of their life stories, taking all the information and combining it to this big cluster mega mind computer in my brain and distilling down the most important lessons, teaching them every single weekend of my life to see which lessons make sense and resonate with the students and get them the results the quickest. And that is what Boss is. I want to talk to you about the benefits that you can expect from taking a part of the Boss program. Now, it's not just going to come to you easily. It will come if you work hard. And it can absolutely come to you fast, but it does require hard work. We're going to see results that are way beyond where you are right now. That is my guarantee. You know, think of a day where you invite a girl out for a drink and you have one drink with her and you head back to your place and everything's incredible. And you know, you leave the house that night and the next day or even on the way home, she messaged you, had a great night, love to see you again. Or imagine you meet a beautiful girl on Instagram who lives hundreds of kilometers away and you guys end up texting each other for a bit and then you exchange Skypes and maybe video chat. And you kind of have this crazy idea to invite her out with you to another city to, you know, get on a plane for an hour or 2 hours on a train or airplane. And she comes out and she actually shows up and she's who she says she was and she's happy to meet you. Imagine that happening. Or, you know, I have tons of other experiences. I go to parties or I'm just walking the street in the day and I see a Playboy model walking the street in the day and I walk up to her and I get her phone number and I don't have time to talk to her for about a week or two and then we end up going on a date and the first date is great. You know, I've had so many amazing experiences that have come from this kind of game and this way of understanding life and understanding women. And all these things are possible for you as well. You're gonna see exes that you were dating before hit you back up because now you're an improved and a changed guy. And they wanna know how you did it. They want a part of that. They wanna fly towards the light. And you are that light to them now. You're gonna see dudes that you know, guys at work, wanna hang out with you during the lunch break, promotions at work, because now you know how to carry yourself and speak well, and the boss wants to do that key presentation. All these things are possible, and all these things are very likely to happen if you put the work in.
Okay, one.
So we both like something about each other.
Shut the fuck up.
Fuck you.
Fuck you too.
Who are you? Who the fuck are you? Dirty mouth. The dirty mouth. Do you always start conversations with shut the fuck up?
Yeah, I do.
Really? How's that working for you?
It works great.
Really?
It fucks me.
Oh my goodness. I don't know if I love you or hate you. First of all, if you're a brand newbie, you're gonna get the core fundamentals, the nuts and bolts that get you through just saying hello, all the way to a phone number, all the way to a poll, all the way to a date. That's all in there, my core fundamentals of game. And if you're a little bit of a stoic, you're also gonna get the deep identity level change things. We're talking about awareness. I talk about that. I walk you through with meditations and visualizations. I talk you through building your values and your standards and your principles, the things that a true top lady, alpha bitch, female, whatever you want to call it, will gravitate towards, okay? The things that she's looking for in a guy. I teach you how to become that guy. There's also a bunch of infield, my best infield I've ever done. That's hitting camera where I go to bars, lounges, nightclubs in the city, and I film myself doing cold approach pickup, and you're gonna see that. There's tons of videos in the program that are not available online anywhere, so you get to see those and have me break those down to you to show you the lessons and install those lessons. I also give you missions to go out and do right away. 1 mission a night, 1 mission a week, however you want to do it, whatever makes you feel comfortable. Learn at your own speed. And I also have experiences in there, which are like missions, but longer versions of them, okay? You don't go out and do it at night, you just go out living your life day to day, and you incorporate these experiences in you, and it installs the lesson into your life automatically, down to your very being at a deep cellular level, okay? It's not about games, it's about changing who you are in your day-to-day life. And last but not least, also, I have some great interviews with my millionaire mentor friends. These are guys that are making $1 million plus. These are all my old wingmen. And it's funny how all my old wingmen are like now millionaires, but they're in this program. They're sharing their lessons of game. They're sharing their lessons of business and all kinds of crazy things. I also have a career accelerator program, just the boss book list. The list goes on and on and on. And it's really a no-brainer to get it once you know what is inside. So I want to ask you one last question here. What are your goals? What did you get in this for? To settle, get the 6 that's at the corner of the club, drunk on beer, can barely walk? Did you get in this to just get by, or did you get in this to maybe just keep doing what you've done before? I don't think so. If you're like me, your goals are you want the best for yourself. You've crushed it and killed it and applied yourself in one area of your life. And for some reason, the area of women and dating, communication, you sold yourself short. You haven't given it all. Now's the time to do that, okay? And where are you gonna go to learn that? Anywhere else in the world? No, you're gonna go to the best, the guy who is the best at it. I am absolutely the best in the world at doing this. There is nobody else better than this. And so I've also taught other guys how to do this. So it's my job, my responsibility, and my duty to teach this to you. And that is what instructor level game is to me. And I want to see you have that. I want to see you just be thrilled out of your mind in ways you can't imagine. I want to see you be happy, like literally happy, because you know that your life is in your own hands and you can control the direction you want to go. I want to see you with the women that you want in your life. And if you don't want a single woman, I want to see you with options in your life when it comes to women. I want to see you be able to carry yourself confidently and express yourself in bar situations, in family situations, not only that, but at work. I want that all for you. I don't want you just to be scared of going and talking to a bunch of dudes that you see that are cool at the club. I want you to be able to talk to them and know that you're one of them and you belong in that group. Because I bet you do, but you just forgot that. You need me to remind you and show you how to apply yourself and be who you really are. So I want to thank you guys again for making it the most successful program I've ever done to date and celebrating the 2-year anniversary with me. I'm gonna get back to Tokyo, partying up a little bit, having some fun. And as always, keep in touch and don't be a stranger. Cheers.
Untouchable, a new animal. This is how legends are made. This is how legends are made.
You can be anything you wanted to be and have anything you wanted to have.